Okay, we finally have confirmation on what the true 2026 Toyota Supra final edition is going to be for the United States market. All right, starting with some quick highlights. This final edition, it's going to have optimized tuning, improved braking, chassis, and suspension updates, and of course, the regular 3-liter base and the 3-liter premium trim levels are going to be available for the 2026 Supra. I've already done a separate video talking about those models. And this final edition, it's still going to offer us the same 382 horsepower, 368 pounds-feet of torque. We do not get more power for the final edition, which is sad because in Europe and in Japan, there was a final special edition limited to 300 units, which came with more power as well. We, of course, don't get that for the United States market. All right, let's get into some of these details here. Toyota claims that for 2026, the GR Supra Mark V Final Edition aims to deliver a more integrated experience, not only for circuits, but also for long and winding roads where sports car enthusiasts feel most at home. All right. Improved braking performance and updated suspension, increased body rigidity, optimized tuning, and enhanced aerodynamic performance is supposed to offer us more confidence behind the wheel. Of course, the 4-cylinder models, they got the boot in 2025, so that will not be offered, but you are able to get the manual or the 8-speed ZF transmission still for the 2026 Supras. These vehicles will continue to utilize the double joint type McPherson front suspension along with the multi-link rear, and all models come equipped with the Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires. The 2026 GR Supra is expected to arrive at Toyota dealerships in spring of 2025. The GR Mark V Supra, it was introduced in 2019, and this final edition, it's supposed to serve as a bit more of an elevated driving experience over the regular Supras. So the differential control and exclusive control maps have been refined to improve the traction between the tire and the road surface, reducing understeer through turns, and for better braking control, we have larger Brembo brake discs. This final edition also has suspension and chassis modifications to once again enhance the stability and strengthen the direct connection to the road. Cornering grip is also increased due to revised camber angle of the front and rear wheels to give drivers improved cornering stability, which is all great, but honestly, I just wanted to see more power out of this thing because really, the handling of the Supra was already excellent. I just wanted this to feel more of a rocket than it already did, but sadly, Toyota Lexus, not a big fan of adding power to the US market vehicles. They're probably just punishing us because nobody really buys these Toyota Lexus performance cars, so I guess it makes sense. Anyway, the electronically controlled shock absorbers, they have been revised for the final edition. And we also get a stronger front stabilizer to help improve driving performance. We also have a heightened sensation of suspension and body integration. It's achieved by using strengthened rubber bushings for the front control arms and strengthened rubber mounts for the rear subframe, while better grip and control also come from a stronger underbody brace. Some of the aero updates include a ducktail carbon fiber rear spoiler, front wheel arch flaps, and higher front tire spats, further enhanced handling, optimizing the front/rear aerodynamic balance and downforce. Even the electric power steering rack was optimized to offer us a more direct steering feel. The final edition gets new 19-inch matte black wheels, and inside we get genuine leather trimmed driver's seat, upholstered in Alcantara and embroidered with the GR logo, while red stitching, red highlights can also be seen throughout the interior along with some red seatbelts. They say that this vehicle is inspired by a GT4 race car, and because of that, we have 2 new exclusive matte colors, Burnout and Undercover. And there's a style pack which includes a GT4 inspired side graphic on the exterior of this vehicle if you want to get that on your final edition. As mentioned before, the 3-liter inline-6, it remains unchanged, still produces the same horsepower and torque 0 to 60 comes in at 3.9 seconds with the 8-speed ZF. And if you go with the manual transmission, the 0 to 60 drops to 4.2 seconds. Vehicle will still get a really good fuel economy in the real world. And all trim levels come with the adaptive variable suspension, and it's supposed to adjust depending on if you have the vehicle in its normal mode or in its sport mode. Regarding the regular Supras like the entry 3-liter base and the 3-liter premium, those vehicles, they pretty much remain unchanged for 2026. And that's not necessarily a good thing, because even in 2026, even if you get the premium trim level of the Supra, they don't give us the blind spot monitoring as standard. It's a part of a separate safety package that you have to pay over $1,000 for. So that's not cool. They could have made that standard for 2026 at least, but instead all they did was essentially increase the price of these vehicles. But okay, it is what it is. All of these 2026 Supras come equipped with the 8.8-inch touchscreen. It's like that previous BMW head unit, and honestly, it does work fine. I do appreciate these separate climate controls. I would only go for the premium trim level, of course, because even if you get the standard 3-liter and you try to equip it up with some packages, it's pretty much going to end up costing as much as a premium anyway, so it doesn't really make much sense. Because that JBL audio system found in the premium, it is worth getting. Once again, if you try to equip that with the entry-level model, you're paying about as much as a premium anyway. The price of the entry-level 3-liter Supra, it's going to set you back $56,900. The premium is going to start at $60,050. And the final edition, whether you get the automatic or the manual transmission, it doesn't matter. It's going to set you back $67,950, and that is before destination. Overall, similar to the Lexus RCF final edition, this continues to be pretty much a disappointment. They could have done more, but then again, nobody buys these products, so it's not really that surprising that Toyota and Lexus aren't doing much for their final model years of their performance vehicles. Why go out of their way for a region that doesn't really appreciate their performance cars to begin with? I get it, that makes sense. It was a good car though, I appreciated it. I did like the Supra. Now that the Nissan Z is being discounted like crazy, everyone's just gonna go with that. And for the price of these Supras, people are just able to pick up new discounted C8 Stingray Corvettes, so there's that as well. But let me know your thoughts below in the comment section. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you indifferent? But thanks again for watching. Take care and goodbye.